Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of Married at First Sight, Season 13, Episode 9. If you were new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you're one of my peoples, then welcome back. So we have two comments from last week's episode, so let's get on into them. Miala says, you've encouraged me to hit up Family Dollar and work on my plant game. Hashtag goals and aspirations. Oh, thank you. So, do they have plants that you can grow from a seed, or are you trying to get like some fake plants so you can work your way up to getting live plants? Because I wanted some live plants. I just know me that it probably will not survive under my care. Cause me and my husband, we got a plant from his job when my mother-in-law passed away, and we just, with work and scheduling, we just did not take care of that thing, and it ended up dying. And it was a beautiful plant, came in a beautiful pot and everything. But I'm gonna try to do better. Give me some plants for my desk, and some plants for the living room, and brighten it up in here. So maybe I'm gonna start off with some faux plants and then work my way up into some real plants. Uma Storytime Bro says, Lord, this show. I was like, I know. These people on this show are a lot. And like the two couples that I was rooting for the most seem like be having the most issues. And Mirla, who I went into this, like I ain't really like her. And then she grew on me. But then like I be going back and forth with Mirla. So let's go ahead and get into these notes so we can get into this review. Brett says that she is already starting to have some feelings for Ryan. But Ryan, he is frustrated because those feelings have not come yet. He's used to having some sort of spark, sort of feeling at this point in his previous relationships. And I was like, maybe that was it. You was getting these sparks fast and you thought this was love. And it was maybe more of infatuation. And then you realized it wasn't love and things didn't work. I mean, y'all literally only known each other for like, really, alarm just gonna go off like it, okay? Y'all have only known each other less than 3 weeks. In those past relationships, you probably known the person that you was dating a while before you started dating. Y'all met, got married, and on the same day. So of course it's going to take a little longer for you to start catching these feelings because you wasn't friends with this person first. You didn't know, how they act and things like that. Zach and Michaela, they discussed their communication issues. He left the other night because he was having anxiety about the way she was acting and the way she was moving and the way she was handling things. So he was like, in order for me to make sure I'm all right, I need to remove myself from this situation. And I understand that, and I do not blame him for that because Michaela, she was acting all kinds of irrational. This man who y'all are living in somebody else's apartment, and I'm pretty sure his dog was like, in a new place around new people, and I think she got a dog too. Okay, throwing this dog in this situation, this dog don't know what's going on, probably having a little anxiety itself, like, okay, what's going on, didn't want his dog to, start, flipping out. So let me doggone to calm my dog down. Okay, let me take my dog to daycare and, run with his friends, get a little exercise, all that good stuff. Just because this man didn't send you a text, or this is her words, he didn't send a text, didn't call, but you already said don't wake me up. So, okay, waking you up was that an option? I guess he didn't call in the respectable amount of time or leave a note. You decided to destroy this perfectly good doggone container of Clorox wipes. Then storm off because this man was trying to make sure his dog was all right. And then on top of that, you was like, we not having this party. I don't want my friend to come over. Then you was like, okay, I want my friend to come over. All this up and down and your irrationalism, and then you getting mad at him because he didn't accept the way you was acting right off the bat. See, Michaela, she the type of person that will cut up several fools and embarrass you and have you all in your feelings and do stuff like that. I'm not saying she did it this time, but I'm using an example. And then apologize and expect you to take the apology like, okay, even though I'm feeling some type of way about the way you've been acting, I'm going to accept your apology. But with Zach, he's like, that's not going to work. You just not gonna be out here acting this sort of way, and I just forgive you. So she got mad about that. But where we at? Okay. So after he had left, he had sent a text message because he wanted to talk about how he was feeling. She texts back talking about, if you want to talk to me, send it through a text. Like, she didn't want to physically talk to him. Like, I don't want to hear your voice and I don't want you to hear my voice. So we're going to talk through text. This is also making Zach frustrated and mad. So when they do meet up, he uses this analogy about bees. And he was basically saying, I want this to work, but the way you handling things is not okay for me. I will not accept the way you act. I don't think anybody should accept the way you act. She's like, yes, I have done some things, but what did Zach do first? And I was like, what did Zach do first besides take his dog to doggy daycare? Oh, he didn't leave a text message or a note that said that he took his dog to doggy daycare. And he wasn't that back by the time you woke up at 9:30. So you decided to destroy this doggone perfectly good container of Clorox wipes, pack your stuff, and leave. What else has Zach done to make you act the way you act? Child, you just. And then I'm sitting here looking at her, and she doggone trying to justify the way she's acting. And I'm like, girl, why do you have your feet on these people's couch? Your shoes on these people's couch. Now, I understand if you want to relax, you kick off your shoes and you put your feet on the couch. I get that. But you have your shoes that I'm presuming that you was walking outside in on the couch. I don't like it when people have their outside clothes on the bed. And I don't like when people have their outside I don't care, and I don't like when people have their shoes on the bed or on furniture. Why? That just irks my nerves. We moving over to Johnny and Val. Johnny says he didn't know marriage was gonna be this hard. I'm like, people who have been together years before they got married realize that marriage is hard. What are you talking about, Johnny? You didn't know it was gonna be hard. It's like you bringing two people in this situation. You bringing two people who don't really know each other for real, like that together. Now, granted, y'all knew each other in college, but that was y'all college years that y'all knew each other. Y'all have grown since then, and y'all probably changed since then. But he talking about he feels judged by Val because she says that she can tell when he's being deflated. And she's like, well, she notices when he's one way and he's happy, but like when he's getting into his feelings and getting into his head, she can tell that he's on this, like, I don't know what to do type of situation. Is this the right thing for me? Should I stay? Should I go? She's sensing and seeing all these things. And Johnny, you yourself said that, you a runner. So she's seeing these things. Don't get mad when she's called you on the thing that you said that you have done and feel like doing. So we got Jose and Rachel doing goat yoga. Now I understand yoga. I just don't know why we gotta throw animals in it. And in all actuality, I'm surprised that Jose actually did the goat yoga because that requires an animal, a wild animal. I don't care if it's a baby or not, to be on your back. What if the same decides I need to use the bathroom? This is, is that considered a wild animal? I don't know. I think I categorize things. If you're not a cat or a dog, you a wild animal. But like this is an animal that spends the majority of its time outside, and I'm pretty sure they not trained to not use the restroom on people. It's just like, what was somebody sitting there doing yoga one day and thought, you know what? Let's throw in some goats. I don't know the purpose of having a goat on you as you doing yoga. It just people who know about doing goat yoga, can y'all please explain to me why, we throwing animals in there with yoga? But anyways, like I said, I'm surprised that Jose went along with it because he was over there having a nervous breakdown almost because Rachel was squeezing toothpaste from the middle and not the bottom. Y'all know how he is, and he has to point out all of what he considers Rachel's flaws. Like, you see my toothpaste over here, how it looks so nice, and yours, like, what is the problem with, what is the big deal with, not being squeezing from the bottom? I'm like, well, I do that as well. I'll squeeze from the middle as well. And then once I got from the middle on to the top, I'll go for the bottom and squeeze up. It's not the best thing to do, but that's how my hand works. And it's awkward for me to squeeze from the bottom and get it on the toothbrushes. I squeeze from the middle, Jose. So what? We discuss Jose and Rachel. He does definitely have a problem with listening, and that goes along with his control issues. He has some controlling ways, so therefore he's not really listening to you because it don't matter what you're saying. He's gonna do it his way regardless. We seen that last week when they was picking out doggone fresh fruit. Oh yeah, that's cool over there, but I want to get this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's good. I'm his choice is always better. So he's not listening to what you're saying because he's not gonna do what you're saying. He's always gonna go his way. But I'm glad he realizes that he don't be listening. He says he was with this woman for 4 years and knew that they were not going to get married because she had kids. So I'm like, so you strung this woman along for 4 years? That's what I got out of it. Like, if you knew she had kids and you wasn't about being nobody's stepdaddy, then why did you stay in a relationship? Why did you even get into a relationship with her? Because I'm pretty sure, and hopefully she told you before y'all started dating and y'all became a couple that she had kids. Because he don't want to be no stepdaddy. He want the kids to be his and his alone. You know, and I'm not gonna blame him for that. That's how he feels. But why did you even get into a relationship with this woman, let alone stay in this relationship for 4 years if you knew you didn't want to be, this wasn't gonna be anything serious, and you wasn't gonna marry this woman? Okay. Child, Zach got this list of what he used to want in a wife. He said, look, she had to be ambitious, had to be intelligent, had to be able to trust her, had to be honest. You can say the alphabet going from backwards to forward. You can cook meals like my mama. Those last two things he didn't say that, but like he had a whole list of the things he wanted. But he was like, that was the old him, and he's gonna try to, do better. He's trying his best to make things work with Michaela, and he's basically telling her what he will and will not stand for. Like, this is what you got going on. If we gonna work, you gonna have to handle the way, excuse me, you react to things and all this stuff. Cause that Clorox wipe container didn't do anything that Clorox wipe box did not deserve anything. Why couldn't I get those words out? Oh my goodness. Where we at? Okay. I didn't went too far. Oh yeah. Child, Jose was really overselling the surprise. He's like, Rachel, what is the thing you've always wanted? And she was joking. She's like, a Porsche? He's like, it's almost as good as that. He done doggone it. He was like, coasters. She's like, yeah, we do need coasters. But like, okay. So he didn't got some coasters and they done got some Scrabble words and they gonna write some words on the coasters, customize the coaster. And I'm like, don't tell me and come with all this pizzazz about, I don't know if pizzazz is the word. Don't be coming at me like you have the best surprise in the world and we doing an arts and crafts project on coasters. Cause then I'm gonna be mad because I didn't get my expectation of thinking I'm about to do something fun or it's gonna be a great surprise, and then we over doing arts and crafts. Anyways, Rachel said that she was a cheater in the past. She went to, girls' night out, had a few drinks, ran into ex-boyfriend, bang, bang, boom. She ended up cheating on her boyfriend. But the thing is, he stayed with her like for years after that. He said he forgave her, but it was probably in the back of his mind. She gone somewhere. What if she's out there cheating? But Jose was like, once a cheater, always a cheater, and he wouldn't have stayed. I told that to my husband too. I was like, you ain't got to cheat on me but once. I'm gone because I'm not gonna play that game. Yeah, I be worrying about the wrong thing. So we got Gil and Mirla. They getting ready for bed. And the only thing I can notice is, okay, so you're not going to brush your teeth after drinking this wine, Mirla? Because clearly I seen a cup of a glass of wine in your hand when you got into bed. And I was like, okay, maybe they chopped it up and, she finished her wine, went and took it into the dishwasher and went and brushed her teeth. But I was like, no, because, the steam went further and she had this wine glass in her hand. So I was like, okay, maybe she was going to finish her wine while she's sitting in bed talking to Gil, and then she was going to get up and brush her teeth. But I just kept on thinking, okay, is teeth brushing going to happen? 'Cause I don't know how y'all do, but like when I'm at nighttime and I'm watching my shows, I like to have me a little hot chocolate, and I got my water there too. And once I'm done with my hot chocolate, I go and brush my teeth. Brush, scrape tongue, floss, use mouthwash. Then I'll go and clean my cup and go sit back down. And I won't drink anything else. Like I'll have some water 30 minutes after I brush my teeth because no water, that's not good. That don't have any all the, I don't want to say all the, it's water. So, it's not going to hurt me after I brush my teeth. But that was just one of the things I was just focusing on. Now, I'm surprised she let Gil massage her feet because, she is like not showing any type of affection towards him. So I thought that was a big step for her. Like, you really letting this man massage your feet? Okay, Mirla, okay. Child, Zach and Michaela over here they didn't have a cooking lesson. And these two said that they eat out a lot, so he gonna surprise her with like an online chef. No, it was on like Zoom or something. These two was having trouble boiling the water. Michaela then over seasoned the food. Now I'm not saying I'm the best chef and the best cook in the world, but when I'm seasoning, I don't over season. Like I gotta like I don't want to say I over seasoned, but she was heavy handed when it came to the seasoning. And Zach was like, yeah, you went a little too, far with the seasoning. And she's like, it's not that hot. It's like, I beg to differ. Oh, yeah. Johnny set up a cute little painting session since, he did ghost her when they was in college and she wanted to go to the museum. So just like, making up to her. He wanted this to be like a romantic, fun evening, but she is so focused on making sure that the picture is exactly right. Okay, if we're making the little sun, how we was when we were kids and we drawing, with scenery, the sun is in that doggone left corner. You may have like the little rays coming out as well. You got your block of grass and you got your tree. They didn't have all that going on, but she wanted to make sure hers was so precise. And he was like, he just wanted this to be fun. And she's kind of taking the fun out of it. And that was starting to annoy him. But I was like, Johnny, this is just who Val is. She is very, if we're going to do something, we have to do it exactly the way it is on the paper that we're looking at. Now, Marilla and Gil, they go out to this restaurant. And the only reason she picked this restaurant is because somebody she followed on Instagram, I believe it was, they was at this restaurant and they had a Chanel number 5 drink. And she's like, ooh, that looks cute. Let me go there. Didn't care how much the drink cost, it seemed like, or what it tastes like. But Gil was like, this place is a little too bougie for him. And like, she was like, well, I would like for us to go to brunch on the weekends and at least a date night, twice a month. And I was like, date night twice a month, that is not bad. Like twice a month date night does not seem bad. But he's like, me, I like to cook at home. And I was like, that could be romantic too. Gil making y'all like a nice romantic candlelit dinner. And that would be saving the money too. But I was like, that's romantic to me. Somebody, my husband cooking for me. Yes, I would love that. Because sometimes I don't like cooking. And I appreciate I come home from work and there is food already prepared for me. Or I got up and my husband had already prepared food for the day. I love stuff like that. But this not Marilla. Marilla want to go to brunches all the time. She want to go to date nights, which I don't think that's bad, going on date night twice. So like they need to compromise if they gonna make it. I'm rooting for them, but it's just that every time we see them, it's like I don't know if y'all gonna make it. So y'all have what's suggest. If I left anything out, by all means leave a comment below. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It's free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on. So when my beautiful face puts up a video, you can click on it, you can like it, and share with your people, and you can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over here and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.